I want to talk about KVK Focus. You see the term KVK Focus in lots of alliances, bios, but what does it mean and what does it really look like? This is not a subject I talk about a lot. Usually I'm more interested in my own free-to-play progress, but if this is going to be a long-term account, then KVK Focus is going to be a new term you're going to hear from me a lot. Let's first just start with a benchmark. This kingdom is 12 days and 20 hours old. And the top alliance is it's 199 there, but if you go to the actual alliance, it's over 200 million now. 202 million. So 12 days, 202 million. That's a good benchmark for you to think about. Territories 91, members 79. So, compare your alliance against this at day 12 or bookmark this video and it gives you an idea of how your alliance is doing. Especially if you're an older kingdom than this, maybe you're 47, 48 or 49 or one of those. How are you doing against us? Let's now have a look at what some of the ideas that I have to contribute toward a KVK focused alliance. The first thing is, of course, as you know in my last video, I've been recruiting from other kingdoms and we have had some success. This also, the success of being a sleeper strategy, meaning that I was not original power to the power cap of this kingdom. So we have managed to get the gold, the rising star. What does that mean and how does it help? Well, let's have a look. So I had a new person come to the kingdom today. I asked them where they were from. They said 3058, which is fantastic. We didn't even invite them. They've just come on their own. They've seen the gold rising gold star. They've seen the power of our alliance, and it's an advert in itself. And soon, if you're lucky, a snowball will start. You will just start to roll up the power. Let's have another look at some of the things we're doing. So, I put a mail out today. Let's have a read of it. So, we're asking people to not use their action points during clarion call. We're asking people to, not use their action point pots during clarion call. It doesn't reward gold heads. It doesn't help the alliance to win this event. If you're big and strong enough, you will win. You will rank in clarion call just naturally through activity. Now we've asked people not to run forts or Lohar, and certainly I've been back in this alliance for 3 hours, and people have responded, and they're not running Lohar or forts. They're using their action points for the larger picture to help the alliance. Let's go back. So Game of Power is today, but what the leadership have asked is if people can hold off doing their power push till later, we will have the altar buffs, which will give another 5% on research, building and training. This will help the alliance overall if people are sensible when they do their power push. So it's an event that rewards gold heads, which help the alliance, and if you wait for the altars, you will get more from your speed ups, which will help the alliance. Today's focus, obviously, we're asking people to gather gold. Now, every alliance asks people to gather gold, but is it happening? Let's have a look around. So, here we are. People are gathering gold on our land. Obviously, this is close to where we're bundled, but it makes such a difference. I can't explain how important this is. If you gather gold when asked on your alliance's land. As an R4, sometimes I will mark these. I will put a flag on it and say, please collect. Do people respond? This morning, I asked for the new centre fortress to be filled up, and we got to 2 million. Oh, someone's come out. We were at 2 million a minute ago, but we did it. I don't know. We put the call out and people responded. It's just so important that we work as a team. Let's move on to what will be coming up soon. So by day 12, you start to have the power that fort ones should no longer be done by more than 2 people. Think about how this helps the alliance. if somebody's running a Fort 1, I can't find a Fort 1 at the moment, but if somebody's running a Fort 1 and then somebody joins, brilliant. They will easy kill it. You should have the tier 2 and tier 3s at a minimum at this stage, that any free-to-play player can 2-man a Fort 1. Then, so if you see a Fort 1 and it already has 2 people in it, you then open another Fort 1. This will create another alliance gift. Instead of 4 of you getting a lesser reward for the Fort 1, 4 of you will share 50% of the reward, and the alliance will get 2 gifts. It's so important. I know it's basic stuff, but it's so important. Behind the scenes, you can't see this and I can't show the chat, but the leadership of this kingdom are getting smaller alliances to merge, so we don't end up with useless alliances that have no access to the shrines. If we can get the smaller alliances to merge, we will start to see more 100 million power alliances. At the moment we've got 2, a third will come. We're starting to really define what will be the second fighting alliance. It's really, really important. So we've talked about communication, flags. I've given you a benchmark to where we are. Let's talk a little bit about my account. So how are we doing? So Sunset Canyon's going brilliant. I'm in second. I don't really want to overtake the whale. He has a greater need of the XP than me. But I did manage to defend one of his attacks, which is good. I'm holding against these 5 March people. So I'm really holding my own. But of course, for free to play, it's really hard to get that 5th March. But I'm happy with how my team is going there. Of course, my success is built on the fact that I've got an extra 10 days on my equipment building. So Sun Tzu is dressed. The next thing I will get for him, I think, is the helmet or the blue glove. The epic helmet or the blue glove. My Archer March is looking very strong. Where's the attack? Archer attack 11, defense 11 and health 6. I'm happy with that. Cavalry, not so good, but I'm not cavalry focused. But still, 14% on defense and 7% on attack there. Obviously, I'm going to switch out the green set for the 2 whites there would be useful. My second tank, looking good, 12% on the health, so that's pretty solid. But of course, just a second march. I need to now start on my 5th march. I'm slowly leveling up Joan now, and she will be a siege-based march, which I will reveal soon. Really looking forward to showing you the new competition when that starts. Let's have a look at the power breakdown. Building 1.6, of course, as I'm pushing for City Hall 22. Technology, nothing special. My troops are pretty good, but remember, I've had 10 days building troops that others haven't had. I have had some success on the protect the supplies. I'm currently in second, which is not bad for a free-to-play. Obviously, I can't touch the whale with his T4. If you're interested, I could make a video. I don't think I've ever done a video on how to do protect the supplies, especially it's a completely different ball game when you're in early kingdom. But just the basics, hold on, is the first 10 points you need are, of course, these 2 here, which is the reduced healing. Well, you haven't even got Richard yet, so that doesn't matter. And the gain 75% when they're surrounding a target. Well, hopefully they'll never be surrounding a target if you keep the overwhelming force low. And then, of course, you have to add on attack. It hurts, but remember, you do not have the firepower to start adding on health and defense. So there's just some basics of that. If you wanted a more in-depth talk about protect the supplies, let me know. There is a bit of an exploit you can use, but it's wasteful, so I tend to not promote it. Let me just get my scout going. What percentage am I on? I've already done 100%, of course, on my old map, and now I'm up to 36% on this map. So going well there on the scouting. But forget my account. Let's concentrate on the KVK progress. I say, if you can have 40 players that work together out of an alliance of 80, you'll be amazed what you can achieve. Obviously, I know there are some Korean alliances where they can get 80 players to work together and all work in the same direction, but for some reason it's harder when you're just in the general population. But so here's my tips, and say I hope this KVK Focus video helps somebody or gives some R5, R4 some ideas of the sort of things they'll be doing. Yeah, let's just have a look at my Clarion Call email. So, Clarion Call starts tomorrow. The leadership request: do not spend action points on this event. Please do not run forts or Loha for the next 2 days to increase our score. If you wish to rank high in the individual rank, then you should barbarian chain and use action point recovery runes. This event doesn't reward gold heads, so should be lower focus. Due to our size and high activity, we will still rank high in the Alliance reward. Slow build flags will continue during the next 2 days, and the Alliance coin won in the event is just a bonus. Please continue to support the Alliance by gathering gold, blah blah blah. So just an idea of the sort of communication that we are using to help us work together and build a stronger alliance. Thanks for watching. Hope this helps somebody.